Hey, it's Yellow Jones, and you're watching Now You Get It. People don't go out just wearing yellow a lot, you know, like you don't see people in full yellow outfits like ever, you know what I'm saying? And if you see a yellow car, it's normally like a taxi, or it's like, oh look, a yellow car. So like, it was something that just like, it popped and it was bright and it kind of, I was able to trick my mind to like remind myself of like happy things every time I saw yellow. It reminded me of like feel good times and like, you know, sunshine, and I would just kind of like connect it to that in my mind. So anytime I saw yellow, it kind of like pulled me out of that, that feeling. And then when I started to make like music and started to pursue it fully and decided I wanted to have like an artist name, I was looking for things and I just felt like I wanted to bring what I found in yellow and I wanted to bring that to other people through my music. And so that's why I just kind of like took on the persona of yellow. You know, I became the yellow. I wanted to prove to myself that I could make a project, right? And so I wanted, you know, versatility. I wanted, you know, a journey sonically. And of course, like I said, when I was coming into yellow, it was like, I want to spread this feel-good message. And so I found sonically inspirations that made me feel good. You know, like I was listening to a lot of the internet, and at that time, Steve Lacy had just came out and was like, you know, starting to do his own solo stuff aside from the internet. That just kind of like feel good music, like is what I wanted to bring to the table. But there were so many other influences. Like I grew up playing a lot of rock music. Like when I started, like the Strokes and the Arctic Monkeys were like my main influence and still are like huge influences of mine. And so I wanted to kind of mesh a lot of those sounds that I had heard, you know, the modern stuff, even like rap stuff, because I listen to rap, like you said, like Outkast, that's another one of my huge inspirations. And so kind of bringing all that together, meshing it together was something that like I said, I wanted to prove to myself I could do it, you know? And so all the songs are like 95% produced by me. There's one song on there called Answer Me Now that I have assistance from my friends Dizzy and Acronym, and they helped with the production on that. But everything else, all the productions I did all by myself. And then as far as like engineering, I went to somebody and had them like do my audio engineering for my vocals. But yeah, it was like really just to prove to myself like I can put a whole project together, a 12-song project, come up with a theme and just follow that and put it out into the world. For me, writing a song, a lot of times I'll write the production and I'll sit on it for a really long time. And I started out as a guitar player, so I've been playing guitar for 12 years. And when I write songs, a lot of times it's just me and my guitar. And so I have to build up, you know, I'll start out with that simple chord progression, just the simple chords at first, or chords and a melody in my head. And then I turn that into a full, you know, production. I use FL Studios. I've been producing for about 5 years now, 5 or 6 years. And so everything, like after I songwrite, I do it with my guitar, I bring in a full production. And then from there, I just kind of like finalize my lyrics. And that's how a lot of, you know, Sunshine Pimp was. I felt like I had wrote those songs with my guitar and it was just me. And then it was just about getting these productions to the point to where I wanted them. And then, you know, after that, it was just recording my voice and then going from there. So the record is called Breakfast. It's about essentially breakfast in the most simplest forms. You know, I think people always say like it's the start of a great day. You know, first meal of the day, most important meal of the day, a lot of people say. And so to me with this project, I kind of wanted it to be that. I wanted it to be kind of like, even though it isn't my first project, I just wanted it to be something fresh, something new. You know, the word breakfast comes from breaking a fast, which is the first meal you eat after sleeping, you know, 8, 9 hours, you know, if you're lucky, 10. But, you know, so it's like you're breaking the fast and it's the first meal you've had of the day. And so I haven't released a project since 2019, my last project being Sunshine Pimp. And so releasing this would be breaking the fast of not releasing any music. Gabriel, he's my best friend. I've known him for like 12 years. We've been playing guitar and bass together for like 12 years. And he's actually a really, really great artist. He does tattoos as well, but he started out just doing traditional art and paints really well. He draws really well. He's like an expert in all that. And he's gonna be doing the album artwork for Breakfast. And we've been playing with a lot of different ideas. So it's gonna be really cool. When I was on tour with Luna Luna, we got to perform in Dallas at Trees, which to me is just one of the most legendary venues that we have in Dallas. Trees is just, it's been known for so long. Nirvana has played there. Like, I remember being like 16 and my friend went and saw his first concert there, and I was like, oh man, I wanted to go so bad. And I know Tyler had came there, Tyler the Creator had came to Trees, and so I got to play there. It was in Dallas, it was sold out. It was with Luna Luna, which is like, they're great people. You know, they asked me to go on tour with them, and to be able to do a sold out show at Trees at a legendary venue in my hometown, you know, it was just amazing. I am huge on thrifting, yeah. There's a few spots. One of my favorite is called Owner to Owner. It's in Dallas, locally owned. It's off somewhere in Oak Cliff. I know that for sure. But yeah, it's one of my favorite spots. My friend Dawson actually used to help run and kind of co-own that store, and that's how I got introduced to it. And I've bought so many pieces from him and just from that shop, and gone there and traded clothes and sold stuff and got store credit, and you know, just done a lot of like stuff. A lot of my shirts and clothes and stuff come from there. So I've given them a lot of business. And then I like hitting a lot of like just like random little thrift stores, and like there's a place in Plano. It's called the Dallas Vintage Shop, I believe. And it's super dope. It's actually like a costume shop technically, but they have a lot of like vintage clothes. Like they have like vintage leather jackets and like vintage clothes from like the 70s and stuff. Cause you know, costumes, people want to come in there and dress up as like hippies or like people from like the 70s and stuff. So they have a lot of cool clothes there. And so I hit that a lot. And sometimes like, you know, I'll get like costume jewelry or whatever to kind of spice up some of the outfits. Hey, it's Yellow Jones, and you've been watching Now You Get It.
All right, let's go. Just draws a Y and a J.